AskReddit by Indy and Fatty. What is incorrectly perceived as a sign of intelligence? People seem to think if you are rich with a good job you must be smart. Generally speaking, I've only met one rich person I would consider smart. The rest? Ooh off. I seriously wonder how some of them pass grad school. At best, it tends to require some brains to actually become rich, if one wasn't already born into financial freedom and curling parents. I was surprised when I learned that knowledge isn't necessarily correlated to intelligence. I met a lifelong academic who knew damn near everything about her topic, but just the facts. It's like, she was a walking encyclopedia, could cough up any info about her field, but she couldn't really process it that well, or draw conclusions, or apply it to a different topic. It's hard to explain. She had a nice 2 TB SSD drive full of info in her head, but she had a substandard CPU. Since then I've met several people like that. All academics, but I'm not sure that has anything to do with it. It really is interesting the way different people work. Coming from a TTRPG background, it's like the way intelligence and wisdom are separate, specific knowledge and common sense are entirely divorced. I will say, as someone who works closely with academic experts, this is common in academics. Many of the smartest people I've ever met are also kind of dumb. I think that's okay, though. There is absolutely a place for it, especially in R&D and academia in general. If you come across a new thing, the walking infodump is your best source of insight on it. Maybe someone else interprets all that together and draws the conclusions, but the incredibly specific human Google is good to have around. Silence. I've been told so many times that I'm thoughtful and a deep thinker, but really I can't figure out what to say, lol. My girlfriend thinks my silence is me thinking hard or letting her sort her emotions out, but it's really me trying to think of anything to say, but I'm a dumbass. Wealth. Edit. Thank you for the gold and silver. I am so rich. Therefore I am smart. SMRT smart. Dude, we see stupid people in the news all the time that have more money and assets than we'll ever see. A cromulent vocabulary. This embiggens me. Being in charge. Always maintain a healthy skepticism for anyone claiming to be authority, at least till they prove themselves capable. Being labeled gifted at a young age. Teens having basic adult understanding become geniuses to their parents. I'm living in China right now and everyone keeps calling me intelligent as I'm bald and left-handed. Left-handed, check. Now if I shave my head, will I become smart? Using big words or complicated language when trying to explain something or talking about a difficult subject. The smartest people can actually make it sound simple. I had a history and civ teacher have us teach a mock lesson as a final grade because if you truly understand something you can help someone else understand it. Age. Actually, every toddler I've ever met was a fucking moron. Being Asian. Community had a funny play on this. Hey math club, I'm Asian. You Asian? That's pretty racist, man. That wasn't a no. Arrogance portrayed as confidence. A truly intelligent person knows that there's things they don't know, and keeps trying to learn. An idiot refuses to acknowledge that there's anything they don't know, and fears doing anything that might prove it. Having money. I know someone who is fairly wealthy. He has worked with several billionaires and other wealthy people. He told me that luck is a much more important factor than people realize. Of course some people work hard, but most are just exceptionally lucky. Also, 9/10 times they are a-holes. Strong opinions, held with confidence. 80% of podcasts just screamed out in unison. Solving a Rubik's Cube. True, I learned how to do it quite fast once I looked on Google. It's just consistent practice until you memorize it. Cornering people in arguments with bullying tactics and acting like it means they won. We have a word for that in Swedish, härskartekniker. There's not really a direct translation. It basically means commanding techniques, although with a much more negative tone. Scoring an A when I was 14. Scoring an E when I was 24, and at a rave. Talking fast even if you are saying the dumbest shit. The trick is to say enough dumb things that the person you're talking to gets confused as to where to even begin. Being emotionally stunted. High IQ does not equal low EQ. You can be a dick and stupid, and you can be smart and charismatic. It's not one or the other. I think a lot of people believe in the myth of natural justice karma. They think if someone is smart they must be lacking in other areas, sort of like if everyone is a character with a fixed amount of base stats that can just be allocated differently from person to person. The reality is that smart people are also often very well spoken, confident, wealthy, and attractive. And dumb people don't get free points in these areas either. Having an opinion on literally everything. Especially having the need to share the opinions with everyone they encounter. One of my biggest pet peeves. And on the flip side, immediate respect goes out to anyone who is able to say they don't know enough about the topic to have a solid opinion. Being able to memorize. Having a good memory is definitely helpful and often shows intelligence, but just being able to spout facts does not mean you understand them or can think about things critically. This is genuinely infuriating. I'm an engineer and have a lot of colleagues that can dance circles around me with formulas and definitions but can't design their way out of a cardboard box. I look like an idiot because I can never remember the correct terminology for things because it isn't used colloquially, and I have to Google conversions. It honestly takes both kinds, but the people who can shit random facts tend to be perceived as smarter, typically. The ability to speak. They really were dicks to Jar Jar. Dude was running away from an invading army and they gave him a hard time for doing it awkwardly. Glasses. Edit. Thank you for my first gold on my cake day. It's actually a sad story, but the Khmer Rouge murdered a number of people with glasses in Cambodia because they perceive them as intellectuals. Knowledge equals intelligence. Being loud and confident no matter what. Having technical knowledge. Learning something that society arbitrarily deemed a smart people topic doesn't make you smarter than learning something that hasn't arbitrarily been deemed a smart people topic. My ability to build a computer is child's play compared to someone's ability to build an engine. But since it is smart people technical stuff and mechanic is greasy blue collar stuff, I'm automatically smarter for here with that. If I know a lot about space and you know a lot about makeup, I'm smart and you're not, even though my knowledge has no practical use and yours does. Never made sense to me. Most people think someone intelligent is good at basically everything, when there's different types of intelligence. I suck at basically everything. Now Neil. Being quiet. Some people are quiet because they don't know what to say. It's better to be quiet and have people think you're intelligent than it is to speak and prove the contrary. A college degree. Yeah, I have a degree and I'm fucking stupid AF. The use of big words. You know the ones. I was roused in the pre-dawn hours, a time I usually set aside for self-pontification, by the voluminous caterwauling of my quad-appendaged feline domicile companion. No you gimp, the cat woke you up. Edit. Lol, I am cracking the fuck up at the chain of answers in this. You'll be crazy and I love it. But that's still more intelligent than the people who use big words and have no idea what they are saying. I have woken from my dreamscape before the dawn as my canine meowing companion has asked for its daily seculars of tuna. Double quote.